Welcome to Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. In this video, I am going to talk about how to handle it if a vendor gives you a credit, or and especially if the vendor sends you a check for that credit amount that you need to post. What I want to talk about is how you will post that through the payables window as a credit, and then post what is called a negative check, which will actually increase your checking account and act like a deposit, etc., on your bank recs. We don't want to post this on the deposit window because on the deposit window you're not selecting vendors, etc., and we would like to track this credit under our vendor transactions so that we can see credits that that vendor gave us. So I'm going to show you how to do this under posting payables. So let's click the button for post payables. And the first thing I'd like to show you is that there is a help button up here about vendor refunds. We're going to be doing the things that are described here, but in a little help window like that, there's not a print thing. But here's a little tip. If I highlight over this and then I hold down the control key and select the letter C, the control key on my keyboard and the letter C on my keyboard, that's going to copy it to my clipboard. And I happen to have brought the notepad that's usually provided on all PCs down to my taskbar. So it's right there where I can pop it up, and if I do Control V as in Victor, I can copy that into that. I could save this little thing if I wanted, but if I just want to refer to it while I'm doing my work, I would have it here down in my taskbar. That's just a little tip. This is going to tell you about how you will post the credit from a vendor as a negative invoice entry on the Post Vendor Bills window, and not to post it as an accounts receivable or some deposit on the deposit window. If you receive a refund from a vendor for the credit, do not post it on the deposits window. Instead, open the unpaid payables window. This is because you've already posted the credit, and then select it to pay, etc. But we're going to talk about these and show them instead of just read that. So let's play like, I don't know, maybe we got some credit back for plumbing fixtures. We'd already posted a bill. We already got a bill from Ferguson for some plumbing fixtures for our demo job. So I'm going to click to create a job-related bill, and I will post this as a negative amount. Let's just play like they're giving us $500 back or something. We won't use a PO. Let's see what cost code is dropped in for this. We don't even have a PO listed here for outstanding for Ferguson Enterprises. Let's use another demo job, Lavelle. We did post some cost to it, $4,023. So let's go ahead and apply that to the same PO for whatever reason, so that we get, it's telling me duplicates because I already did a PO, but I think it'd be okay to apply the credit to the PO. Let me drill down to see what that is. That's the cost code for plumbing fixture allowance. So that's fine with me. And let's just put Ferguson credit for one sink or something. I don't know. And let's say that sink, well, let's just say it's minus 250. And that's the credit that they're giving us for this one sink. So if we post that credit, just post it as unpaid. Let's take a look up here at the posted bills and see if there's other unpaid bills. There's the unpaid bills for that, and there was sales tax in that. I'm getting myself more complicated than I meant to, but 387532. There was sales tax included on that, so let's play like there's sales tax here too. So it's going to do that to it. I was wondering about the sales tax part of that. But here's the credit for $270.63. And we're going to go ahead, and this time, since we have some other unpaid bills, we're just going to post the credit so that we'll post it as unpaid so that it'll be something that we can select against the other entries we already posted for the first bill. So if we go home and we take a look at unpaid payables, and let's just pull up a report of unpaid payables so we'll be quicker about this. Let's go down here to Ferguson. Now we can see that we have these unpaid payables in, and these two credits are also in. So when later we're selecting these to pay, we will be paying them a check for $3,752 if we selected all of these to pay. But let's play like for some reason now Ferguson decided to send us a check for $270.63 for the refund, just this check out of the blue, which is actually a little more of a pain that they do that. But we don't want to post that check on our deposits window. We want to go ahead and get that credit cleared. So let's just select Ferguson here to open the unpaid payables. And I'm going to show you how to handle that. We've received a check for this amount. So I'm going to check mark both of these. This is going to sound backwards, but I'm going to check mark both of these to pay. And then I want to get those marked as paid. And basically what I want to do for CHS is to create what we call a negative check. And I'm going to post or print the check, which really what I'll do is post. And you can see I'm going to do it today. And I'm just going to use a 1 and a period for the check number for CHS. But you're going to see how this negative check is actually going to show up like a deposit. And probably CHS is going to tell me something in a minute about this. What I'm going to do is post these as paid. It says the check to be posted is for a negative amount, which is okay if you want to post a refund from a vendor or reverse a previous check amount. Since the button has been clicked to post a check without printing, this window will close and the window to post checks after printing will open. To post the check, go ahead and post the check as if it printed successfully, if it is okay to post the negative check. So let's say yes, the check ran okay because we didn't really put it in the printer, we're just posting it as paid. And we'll see what happens if we look at a list of the checks. We can tell that that was actually showing up as a minus amount. Usually these look positive. But let's go just take a look real quick at how that shows up in our cash account. Over here, cash balances, and the cash account selected, by the way, was, I believe, this one. And if we go to look at a cash ledger, I'd like to show you that, see how this under the deposits section is showing up as a positive amount when you're in, and it'll show up like that. If now you take this check to the bank and post it, it's already there really under the deposit section in CHS. So you'd see that deposit that you made showing up on your bank statement, and you'll also see it here so you can clear it. So you can see how it basically increases your checking account. All the checks down here are minus, they decrease the checking account. But you can tell that I posted this basically a credit here. And that way I can tell which vendor, etc. Because you can't do that when you post deposits. So that's why that's handled that way. Now you could, if you want to, if you've paid everything to a vendor, let's go back and open and play like we also go ahead and at another time we have paid a check to Ferguson, so that this original bill, let's play like actually we had paid it ahead of time, but we'll just post it. Say we found out we already gave him a check, but maybe we gave him a check before we got this refund, like on March 7th. And let's see what check numbers we have here. Let's use 3043. It was a real check. Maybe we printed it or we wrote it manually, but right now I'm just going to post it as paid. We're not printing checks in this video. And I'm going to put, yes, the checks ran okay, so post them as paid. So now if we click to open, there are no records for this Ferguson. But let's say for some reason they just send us another check out of the blue for some reason. Let's go back to our window for posting payables records, and we'll just put this one against the same PO just because we want to. Because it's easier for me to get the fields filled in if I select a PO. You might be just typing in an amount. Let's select that same PO for that same job. And later in the day, the same day, we're getting a refund. Second sync, I don't know. Let's play like that was just 170, whoops, minus 175 refund, 8.25 sales tax. So now let's submit this. Let's just say we don't have to do the whole submitting it as unpaid because we are holding the check in our hand and we're making our entry. We could submit this and we can post payment or print check from here. It's warning me about that negative amount and how that's okay if this is a refund from a vendor. And it's showing that it's minus 189. It's using our default checking account, which we could change if we wanted. And let's put this as March 10th that we're doing, March 7th that we're doing that. And we'll just give it a check number of 1.030716. And we will post it as paid and do not print check. You can see what I use on that. Oh, I just used 314 also for that, so let's just do that. I thought I used a different date, but maybe I didn't. So we already did one check with 1.0314. Let's put a 2 in front of it, 2.0314. Post as paid. And then if we review those posted entries, you'll see that they're marked paid status, and we can tell from this check number that it's an odd and different thing, and we can tell that the amounts are minus. So that's how you handle it so that you'll have a full record of everything paid for Ferguson. If I go to the Home tab and do the full vendor payables transactions, and I ask for everything I've ever paid to Ferguson, so I used a wide range of dates there, and I open a vendor transactions ledger. This way you can track a history by doing all of this way of refunds that they've given us. We could just look at that job and see that, but we can see the original amounts, and then we can see these credits that they gave us for sinks, etc. And that way it'll all show up in your vendor ledger by handling this way. And like I showed you before, a negative check will actually increase your checking account and show up like a deposit on bank recs. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm going to be doing another video about how if for some reason you pay a big credit amount up front to some vendor that requires like a deposit on hand, how to be handling that. Again, thanks for watching.